Hello everyone and welcome to a video called Unsent Letter. This is a video about a knight writing a letter to his best friend, I think. I think that's what this is about. Let's go ahead and see what it's actually about. I think the letter is unsent because it's called Unsent Letter, so therefore it is a letter unsent. At Theris Empire, there is a fearsome young general who is said to be the strongest knight on the continent. The man would march into the battlefield in his black armor just by hearing his name. The enemies would tremble in terror. When he took out his sword, there was nothing that awaited the enemies other than death. His name is Edvin Wilhelm, the Theris Empire's Obsidian Knight. However, today he is taking a break from the battlefield. He is at his desk instead. With papers on the table and a pen in his hand, he starts to write. To my best friend, Edgar Kun. How are you? I hope over there is much better than here. There are a lot of things I want to tell you, but since I'm bad at talking, I'm writing a letter instead. Let's talk about your situations. It seems more close to home. This war between the Theris Empire and the Arvis Kingdom seems to be never-ending. I just came back from the front line and was told to prepare for dispatch again. Honestly, I was reluctant to go, but I was ordered to go to the battlefield, so I have no choice but to go. My life belongs to the Empire, and the Emperor and this Empire. That's my oath as a knight. Hey Edgar, do you remember? We used to share the same dream, to become a knight that protected the Empire. But my father said that there were no knights in this Empire, only murderers wearing knight's armor. I didn't agree with him back then. Now I sort of agree with him. As we entered my knighthood and went to war, I realized something. All we did was, to put it simply, just killing people we knew nothing about. I have long stopped counting off how many people I killed on the battlefield as I shut my heart off. I just swung my blade again and again and again, staining my sword in red as I walked among the rivers of blood and piles of corpses. They would appear in my dreams, haunting me, trying to drag me along with them to the bottomless pit of darkness. Even until now, there are times when I can't sleep because I'm afraid of nightmares. Still, I continue to kill, to spill blood, even though I know spilled blood can't be returned to the body and dead people can't come back to life. All because the Emperor ordered me to. Tell me, Edgar, what's the point of a war? There is no justice, no glory in war, only bloodshed. I feel like I'm getting further and further away from being a proper knight. Today is the anniversary of your death, or should I say execution. I realize that this letter might be left undelivered. It was my own wishful thinking that you might be able to read this from that side. I regret not saying this when you are alive, but to me you were a good friend. A good friend to me. Since my father was a high-ranking officer, other apprentices were scared of me, but you were different. You approached me, treated me as a friend, and encouraged me when I was down. You were probably the only one who didn't see me as the Obsidian Knight, but as myself. Now that you were gone, I feel like I have no allies. People around me are treating me like a tool to win the war. I can't say it out loud, but I hate it. I can feel my mind crumbling with each passing day. Is this what people call depression? It wasn't just once or twice I thought of going after you. But I'm a knight. If I'm going to die, I want to die on the battlefield. By the way, do you remember Claude Elderrose? He was a general from the Arvis Kingdom. Apparently he has a little sister, her name is Clarissa. She is also a knight of Arvis serving on the front line. When she saw me, I could feel an intense, murderous intent from her. She shouted at me, vowed she would kill me, who slew her brother. When I heard that, I was happy. She was cursing at me, but her words sound like salvation instead. I must have gone mad, or maybe I'm just tired of war, of everything. I'm looking forward to the day she could defeat me. So please wait a bit longer. Hey Edgar, I've never had the chance to ask, what is a knight to you? You can save the answer for when we meet. From your friend, Evan Wilhelm. Wow. Imagine just talking about the weather to a dead person, which is what we're gonna do in the next playthrough. All the opposite answers. Let's go. Yeah. The obsidian night and all that. Let's talk about the weather. The weather is not really great recently. Many knights fall sick. I'm a bit worried. I don't want to push them too hard, but the next campaign is around the corner. Honestly, I was so reluctant to go, but I was ordered to go to the battlefield, so I have no choice but to go. My life belongs to the Emperor and his empire, and the oath is a knight. Hey Edgar, do you remember? We had the same dream to become a knight. I didn't agree with him back then, and now I sort of agree. Disagree. I sort of disagree with him a little bit. No. You once told me that I could find my own definition of a knight, instead of going with the textbook definition. The image of an ideal knight is like those from old stories, strong, kind, and devoted to the country and its citizen. A knight that does their best for the sake of protecting what needs to be protected. I'm nowhere near that, but I believe I can become a true knight by protecting this empire. Stories are just stories, mere ideals. Or so I thought, until I met a certain person. Someone that felt like he was out of one of those knights from a fairy tale. He was strong, but he wasn't at all. That person inspired people instead of instilling fear. He respected other people's lives, even as he took them. He might be the enemy's general, but to me, he was an ideal knight. His name is Claude Elderos. Still, I continue to kill, to spill blood, even though I know spilled blood can't be returned to the body, and dead people cannot return back to life. All because the Emperor ordered me to. What is the point of war? No glory, no justice. Just mindless death. I regret not saying this when you were alive, but you were absolutely a jerk. You were a jerk. You were such a jerk. Calling yourself my friend, but you didn't tell me anything. You wouldn't share your problems with me. What a jerk. He's such a recluse. How dare he? You were always smiling as if nothing was wrong and as if you had no worries. Was I that unreliable? Was I that untrustworthy? Now that you were gone, I feel like I have no ally. People around me are treating me like a tool to win the war. And I'm getting depressed about it. I'm the best knight ever. That's so depressing, bro. Hey Edgar, what kind of knight did you want to be? What do you think of Nidos? Alright, interesting. So that was the unsent letter, and the letter didn't get sent because the person he was writing to is already dead. Wow, what a twist. Anyway, yeah, that was a short visual novel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.